Hi everybody, Gus Kuhn and I Love Gongs. You know, there are so many mallet choices out there. I've spent a lot of money buying practically every mallet there is, trying to find the perfect sound for my gongs. And I've discovered that all the mallets, they all sound different. So which mallet do you want to get for your first gong? Well, after going through the vinyl mallets, the Olus mallets, the Dragonfly mallets, the Paiste mallets, I've discovered that for your very first mallet, I think Paiste is the way to go. For an example, where is my Paiste mallet here? I just had it. Okay. Here's your Paiste mallet. This is an M2 mallet. What I like about this mallet is it's soft, yet it's hard in the middle, meaning there isn't a lot of felt covering on this. It's fairly shallow. If you hit the gong lightly, you're going to get the low overtones, and if you hit the mallet harder, you're going to get the high overtones. Example, if I hit lightly here, nice deep low sound, and if I hit harder, bring out the harder, higher notes. Remember, soft mallet for low tones, harder mallet for high tones. This is an excellent beginner mallet to learn on. In fact, you could go in your entire life with the Paiste mallets. They are very good mallets. Now, getting to more specialized mallets, let's take a look here. I have the Dragonfly Resonance mallet. Try saying that fast 5 times. It kind of feels like a hard rubber ball with a felt covering. This has a nice low tone, a little bit deeper than the Paiste mallet. And even if you play harder, it still stays down low. So this is a great mallet if you just want to balance I love from the top of the mallet to the shaft, very even feel to it. The Paiste mallet feels a little bit top heavy, but that's okay because you can learn good technique with this. So I love this mallet. My all-time favorite mallet, however, for balance and feel are the Mike Bolter mallets, the gong rollers. I believe Gongs Unlimited makes a replacement for this. This is harder than this, brings out the overtones. As opposed to this one. But I love these because you get a nice lot of highs and some lows, but not as low as, say, this mallet. This is a great combination if you want to get 2 different mallets to play with. Excellent combination. I do recommend these 2 very, very highly. Now, an interesting mallet that Olus made, this is called a light mallet. Very light wood, very, very soft head to it. What this does is you don't hear the attack sound when you hit the gong. Even if I hit harder, you don't hear the attack sound. With the other mallets, you will hear the attack sound. Now, remember this. This mallet is very light. So it's going to happen to an inexperienced gong player. If you're used to playing with this mallet, because it's so light, you have to hit a little bit harder to get the sound out of it. When you go to one of these, you're going to be playing way too hard. You got to back off. Now, the same amount of sound or force against the gong. It's just a very, very light mallet. When you get the hang of it, you're going to love it because it's very airy sound. Even on a smaller gong like the 22s, it doesn't push the gong because it's so light. Whereas slightly heavier mallet, it's going to push the gong a little bit too much. That's another thing you want to consider with mallets. With the smaller gongs like the 22s here, you can't use a large mallet because like if you use a large mallet like this one here, what are you going to do? You're going to push the gong. You're going to push the gong into the other gong. You're just going to swing way too much. Too much weight here. But it's great for a heavy gong like that. Now I found that if you want to get a really deep, low sound and no highs, the best mallet for that, now there's some controversy about that, is it the heavy Olus gong mallet or the cheap, I'm talking like $14 for these Chinese mallets. Well, actually, this gives a lower tone than this because it's very, very soft, very cushiony. The only downside is you can hear the attack. It kind of goes like, so when I hit the gong, you hear that? Hear that sound? Where with this mallet, you don't get that. But I do get a lower sound with this particular gong, with this particular mallet than I do with this one for some reason. Because it's a little bit lighter. And that's another thing. If you're playing really light, you get the low sounds. If you're playing harder, you're going to get the higher sounds. But the Chinese mallets, even though they have a little bit of that attack sound, I get the deepest sound out of these mallets. So there you have it. That's my review of my favorite mallets. I hope you got some valuable information with this, and happy gong playing. Peace, everybody.